Today we're going to work with dividing decimals by two-digit numbers. Yesterday we focused on dividing with one-digit numbers. Today we're focusing on two. Let's look at number 4. 28 and 5/10 divided by 15. Can 15 go into 2? Nope. Can 15 go into 28? Yes. And it shows me one time. It gave me a clue. So I can say minus 15, and I'm just going to put a 0 there because it's making me use place value. So technically it's 15 wholes. So 8 times 5 gives me, right, 3. And then 2 minus 1 gives me 1. Now, for bigger numbers, I do use a calculator to at least find my pieces. I use a calculator to find my pieces because if otherwise I'm going to run out of space writing 15 times whatever, however many times, until I figure out how many 15s go into 135. So I'm going to start out with 15 times 4. That gives me 60. I know that's not quite enough yet. So I'm going to say 15 times 8 because if I know 15 times 4 is 60, I can double that 4 to an 8 and be a little bit closer, if not exact. 15 times 8 is 120. So I'm going to say 15 times 9. And that gives me 135. Minus 135. And then I zero out. So I know I can stop when my remaining piece is a 0. 28 and 5/10 divided by 15 is 1 and 9/10. Let's look at another problem. It says, find each quotient and label the model. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my quotient first, and then I'm going to label the model with the pieces that I need. So, shot like a rocket up into the sky, my decimal jumps way up high. Can 17 go into 7? Can 17 go into 78? How many times can 17 go into 78? I see that it's telling me I'm going to end up with 68 in my area model. So I know that is the goal I'm working for. So I'm going to say 17 times 4 because I know 7 times 4 is 28. And I would be correct. So 8 minus 8 is 0, 7 minus 6 is 1, and now I have to bring down my 2. How close can I get 17 to 102? How close can I get 17 to 102? Or if you're going by the area model, 10 and 2/10. How close can I get 17 to that? I'm going to start with 17 times 6 because I know 6 times 7 is 42. And that actually gets me exact. So the way I would fill this out would be 4 and 6/10 because when you add your partial quotients together, you should get your final quotient. Now, let's look at number 6. Number 6 has a lot of numbers with it. That looks really scary, but I'm not going to be scared of it. 304 and 75/100 divided by 53. Can 53 go into 3? Can it go into 30? Can it go into 304? Yes. How many times can 53 go into 304? Well, I'm going to start with 53 times 2. That gives me 106. So I know I can at least say 53 times 4, because I can double that too, and that gets me to 212. So I'm going to say 53 times 5. I'm going to walk up one step at a time, and it is 53 times 5. And that gives me 265. So on my first line, I get a 5. And 304 minus 200 and 265 have to borrow because I cannot subtract 5 from 4. 4 becomes 14. 0 becomes a 9 because it gave 1 away. And 3 becomes a 2 because you can't get 6 from 0. So now I can subtract. 14 minus 9 gives me 9, or 14 minus 5, gives me 9. 9 minus 6 gives me 3. And now I have to bring down my 7. So now I'm just dealing with 53 times something gets me close enough to 397, or if you're reading it by place value, 53 times something gets me close enough to 39 and 7/10. They've helped me out here. They said it is 7/10. And that gets me to 37 and 1/10. So 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 1 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. Now, how close can I get 56 or 53 to 265 or 2 and 65 hundredths? How close can I get it? Can I get it exact? Can I get it exact? I can. I can start out with 53 times 4. That gives me 212. That's not close enough. So I'm going to say 53 times 5. And that gives me 265. So I'll zero out. And that's 5 hundredths. That is 5 hundredths. So now I'm going to come down to number 8. They did not bring their decimal up. So we have to do that for them. So like the poem yesterday, shot like a rocket up into the sky, my decimal jumps way up high. Can 15 go into 3? No, it's too big. Can 15 go in to 39? Yes. How many times can 15 go into 39? You're right, 2. And that gives me 30. I didn't do this right. I'm sorry. Let's try it again. Math teachers make mistakes too. So again, shot like a rocket up into the sky. My decimal jumps way up high. All right, so again, 0, I get a 2, minus 30. I was on the right track. My brain just thought I wasn't. And I'm left with 9. Now, can 15 divide into 9? No. So I'm going to have to come up, and I need to add a 0 so that I can continue to divide. You have to go, I made my arrow too big. You have to go till you zero out. You have to go until you zero out. So sometimes you may have 2 or 3 places behind the decimal. Can 15 go into 90? Yes. I know that on a clock, 15 times 4 is 60. That's not quite close enough. Can I do 15 times 5? I can keep going up by 15s until I reach what I need, right? Yeah. So 15 times 5 is 75. 15 times 6 is 90. Ooh, hey, do we have a winner? Yeah, it's 15 times 6. Minus 90 equals 0. So my answer to 3 and 9/10 divided by 15 is 26 hundredths. I hope this has helped, and I'll see you guys again really soon.